I'm Nida and this is Hawa. We're from BubbleGirl Hijab. This brand was started as a result of my daughter's hijab journey. The brand is a lifestyle brand and it's a bespoke brand targeting young girls. The name BubbleGirl is when a girl is in her modesty in a hijab, it's the haya around her head, so the girl is in a bubble. So that's where that name came from.
When I started wearing the hijab, my first question is why aren't there any hijabs for girls like me? And I thought I'd be the only 11-year-old starting the hijab journey, my modest wear journey, because I looked around and there was nothing for girls. So that's when I decided to start a brand.
I'm Nida and this is Hawa. We're from BubbleGirl Hijab and this brand was started as a result of my daughter's hijab journey, embracing the hijab journey. BubbleGirl, the brand, is a lifestyle brand and it's a bespoke brand targeting young girls, and it's the only brand in the world that actually is targeting young girls. And the name BubbleGirl is when a girl is in her modesty in a hijab, it's the haya around her head, so the girl is in a bubble. So that's where that name came from.
So I'm the person that understands my age, so I can bring what the trends are.
What is your age group and what was your hijab journey?
I started when I was 11, I forgot. 11 years old, and when I started wearing the hijab, my first question is why aren't there any hijabs for girls like me? And I thought I'd be the only 11-year-old starting the hijab journey, my modest wear journey, because I looked around and there was nothing for girls. So that's when I decided to start a brand. The other hijabs are too big. They appeal to women. Some of their colours are really dark. The materials aren't nice. You have to do different. You have to find your different hijab styles. And obviously, if you're starting to wearing the hijab, if you're new to wearing the hijab, it's a lot to take in. You have to find different styles, different materials. You have to find what hijab matches, right? Yeah, with your clothes. So that's what's different.
She actually approached myself and my husband and said, look, I want to start secondary school with the hijab. And we said to her, look, wear it over the summer, see how you feel. There was no pressure. We hadn't actually indicated, her wearing it as she grew up in any case. And that's where it started, to be honest. But where the break came is where she left her primary school friends and then lost some of her friends because she embraced the hijab. And that's where the kind of problem, so to speak, came, and we identified that problem and thought, actually, this is a niche which needs to be addressed. I mean, she had her mum and dad to come and speak to about it, but there are many girls out there that don't have that support at home. So the BubbleGirl brand is there as a modest wear brand aimed at young girls, but it's also there as a supportive brand. So we're trying to create a community where girls can feel comfortable in speaking with each other, and we provide that support to parents as well. We've had many parents come up to us, and subhanAllah, over 50 girls embrace the hijab through our brand because it's colourful, it's attractive, and it actually appeals to that market. So it's a two-part brand, and we identified the niche in, like Hawa said, that there wasn't anything out there that was bespoke, made for young girls. We designed the first feather-light hijab that wasn't available anywhere in the world. It's a full coverage, easy to wear, pull-on hijab that actually covers you properly as well, and it's bespoke size. So it ranges from we've had 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, all the way up to 16-year-olds and beyond. Actually, even women coming up to us and asking us to design that particular hijab for them. So that is our kind of flagship product, so to speak, and that's where the creative side came in. We were thinking, actually, what can we do that's going to be colourful and appealable for young girls to feel that they can walk into H&M, still wear other clothes, but wear the hijab that matches.
I try to see what works when I'm wearing the hijab and what I see when other girls my age are wearing the hijab. and what struggles, and I see online too, what struggles they go through and what works for them while wearing the hijab. So I just bring that to the table, and yeah.
Well, we can say, I wear many hats with my husband, to be honest, and we kind of balance each other out because of our backgrounds. You could say COO, creative director with Hawa, in terms of we're looking at the designs. There's many aspects of kind of logistics. There's different things that we all kind of do, but it is a family-run business, and my husband is kind of, the backbone of this, subhanAllah. So, and like I said, we bring our backgrounds, kind of ex-corporate backgrounds into this and our experience. So my background is IT and law, both. I've worn both those heads. And my husband's background is business and law, and predominantly law. He's run his own successful business as well. He's launched 2 successful businesses and seen them through. So we work in different parts. I mean, the whole brand, we're talking from design to speaking to manufacturers to testing the material. We've looked at the softest jersey because my daughter Hawa has eczema. So we looked at even the material that would be sensitive to the different skin types that are out there. And comfortable, not itchy, because we find a lot of the mainstream brands, they don't really look into that and sustainability. So we've looked into that. We've also looked into, we have rather worked with a girls' orphanage based in Pakistan, and we're looking into how we can support them in the future, inshallah, and set up a facility there where the women can work and support the younger girls. There's lots of different brand partnerships that we're looking at. We're looking at expansion, inshallah. We're in talks with Saudi, with a company in Saudi, and that's my husband's kind of part in this, where he's kind of handling the operation side, and I'm looking at more of the partnership side, subhanAllah. And it's a whole family effort, from packing orders to doing the big stuff, to doing the interesting stuff, to getting out there, to speaking to people. We love doing events, we love doing exhibitions. We were at the GPU as well last year, and it was phenomenal being there. We have our own website. We have a Etsy page as well. Predominantly we're on our website. We try to do the big events because that's really where we actually are asked to attend as well. We have a lot of our customers, returning customers, and we have a lot of international customers that come to us as well. Our One Gulb collection that we launched post October 23, and we designed and custom made our own kefirs, and subhanAllah, they go around the world. They're in 37 countries. We have a lot of customers based in the US. But like I said, the best kind of interaction is in person, one-to-one with our customers. When they see the brand, they see the colors, they see Safa, our mascot. She's very attractive, she's very appealable. We've done the main kind of, we've done the Eid in the Square last year, and that was a really good place to be, because you're not only getting Muslims there, you're getting non-Muslims as well, who are wanting to support Palestine and be involved in, because we're donating profits from our kefir collection to Palestine as well. So there's lots of different aspects of it, but the best is in person. We had a dad approach us and say to us, and he was watching from afar, and he was looking at our store for about 10 minutes, and he came up to us and said, my daughter wants to wear hijab, and she wants to she wants your products to be the first product that she wears hijab with. And subhanAllah, that brought us to tears, both me and my husband. And it's just like, you think that, and it's about renewing your niyyah as well, about why we started this brand. Because getting recognition, subhanAllah, having 4, award nominations in our first year is, it's humbling. We're trying to stay grounded with that, alhamdulillah. And we're trying to remember why we started. And this is one of the reasons. And this is what keeps us going, subhanAllah, is the reviews, is the feedback that we get. How I designed a affirmation card, and this card is for all the girls that are embracing their modest wear journey or wanting to wear one of our hoodies. Our hoodies are kind of custom large fit, so they're a modest fit. and to keep this affirmation card with them in their bags. And in that affirmation card, she designed it completely. It's her words, and it says, "You are beautiful, you are confident, you know, as a Muslim." And they open it up in the day if they're feeling down, they're at school, they're wearing the hijab, and they want to, get that boost. They can just open up that card and read it. So, you know, that has been such an impactful part of our brand, because we've had so much feedback just about that little card, because it's the little things kind of that matter as well. So, you know, all our packaging, it's all lilac, it's all bright, it's, you know, kind of attractive. So.
Because not a lot of people have, the girls that wear the hijab, they don't have their parents to support them, or family or friends. So I thought, why not just make a card where girls can carry around, just to keep them going through the day whenever they're feeling sad. Because I noticed girls online and girls that I'm friends with and that I've spoken to and at events too, they don't have people to support them, they don't have family to support them. They've chosen to wear the hijab by themselves, and yeah, that's why I chose it.
We've had some really touching reviews, to be honest with you, subhanAllah, and even messages, private messages. You know, my daughter hasn't taken off the hijab since she bought it from you. You know, it was her first day wearing hijab. And actually, there's been reviews that have been, the daughter's was borderline, but when she saw our brand, then she saw the movement, because we think of it as a movement. You know, we're trying to take these girls from a position in their life to accelerate them, to embrace their confidence and embrace, you know, their individuality as young Muslim girls, and make them feel like superheroes. So we feel that our brand is to elevate them into that. And when they see that, and when they see us on the stall, and we kind of try and make it fun, and we have all our products on a display. And like I said to you, it's a very colourful stall, so we really stand out, subhanAllah. And we've had, you know, parents reviewing where the daughter's been on the borderline, but ever since she's seen your brand, she's seen you online. I mean, there's a kafir video that we've done of Hawa, and you know, Allahumma barik, on 1.7 million views. And if you see the reviews that are on there, it's just amazing. And you see, you know, more power to you, young girls need to be like this, all of this stuff. And this is like the cog that keeps us going, subhanAllah. So there's many reviews that I can't name one. It's just, you know, alhamdulillah, it's been really humbling. So I'll let you know how we set up. What we did was we bought different products that were out there at that time in adult sizes. We tried them on. We measured Hawa, because she was 11 then, and we just continually went through this cycle of, you know, kind of perfecting it, so to speak. We tried different materials. We ordered in different materials. We said what was comfortable for her. We tried on the hijab cap, and actually we thought with the hijab cap, because as an 11-year-old who's going to school, you want something quick. You know, we have a product called the Fit Wrap, and the Fit Wrap is actually used for school, for PE, for sports. We've spoken to, you know, kind of Muslim scouts about it, you know, and we are in different areas where we're trying to get partnerships with people as well. The Muslim Sports Association, some of the girls cricket kind of academies as well. So that product, sorry to mix it all up, but that is a separate product, but we have tested for the softest jersey. That was imperative in our testing process. We looked at, you know, kind of what would shrink, what would kind of work in terms of wrapping it in different styles, using magnets, because we thought that actually pins are quite, you know, unsafe for young girls to kind of, you know, do if they're doing it themselves.
It's dangerous for the guys as well, because the amount of pins I've walked into.
Yeah, I can imagine. So that's another thing. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, we've looked at different kind of parts of, you know, making things safe, subhanAllah, and testing has been rigorous. But that's why we've launched with a flagship product that you can't find anywhere in the world. And we actually have developed that product now. It's called the Feather Light Hijab, because it's ultra light. And it's a built-in full neck coverage. You don't have any problem with the neck showing. It's built in, and all the girl needs to do is wrap it round. And if you see the colors, they're just amazing. They're all pastel-y, they're very kind of spring, summery, you know, and we've actually developed that now into a forthcoming kawaii range. And that is the Korean kind of chibi charm range that's going to be targeting girls. And we know already it'll be phenomenal because of the demand. Future is, vision is expansion, inshallah. We're getting recognition, like I said, around the world about what we're doing. We're looking at brand partnerships. You know, we're already in talks with Grace and Poise, the Muslim Ballet Academy. We've even looked at the MTF, the Muslim Tech Fest, about, you know, kind of getting young girls into STEM and looking at role models that are out there that are Muslim. And looking at mentorship.
I just want to make girls feel comfortable on their modest wear and hijab journey. I want them to feel the same way that I did when I started, when I got comfortable with my hijab journey, because I know that not many people had the opportunities and the family and support that I had to help them wear the hijab.